Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, thank you for stopping by. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, thank you for coming back. It really means a lot. So in today's video, I thought I'll share with you how I will be funding myself, or where will I be getting the money from to live when I'm living on my own. So my mum is moving out at the end of July. She's moving in with her partner, which is really lovely. And then I'm taking over the house that we both currently live in. So she has very kindly, and I'm very grateful, and I'm so lucky that I am in this position. But she will be continuing on paying the household bills for August and September, so for those 2 months, while we go through changing the contract with the landlord, and going through changing everything into my name. So I'm very, very grateful that she is doing that for me. I'm so grateful. But obviously I will need to have money for food, to buy things for the cats, like their cat food, and also for like household products as well. So I thought I'd just share with you where I'm going to be getting this money from. So my living alone budget. So for my July, August and September paycheck, I will be putting £200 a month to one side for those living costs. So that will be the 200 that I would normally just put in my savings. I'm just gonna put that to one side, transfer it over to a separate account that I've opened up for my living costs. So that makes 3 months at £200, £600. That's from my monthly income job. Moving on now to my weekly income jobs. So my weekly. So on the 20th of the 6th, I will be putting to one side £40. On the 27th of the 6th, I will again be putting to one side £40. On the 4th of the 7th, the 11th of the 7th, and the 18th of the 7th, I will be putting to one side £50 from each of those pays. So that totals up at £230. So that money is money that I would normally put towards my sinking funds. I'm still going to be funding my next year funds because it's important that I have that money in place ready for next year. So the money that I would normally put into my other sinking funds, for the next 2 months, I will be having to put that towards living, which is completely fine. Life happens, and I'm completely happy with that. So the 230 and the 600 together is £830. So the money I need to live in August, I will need 3 weeks of living money. That's because for one of those weeks I am on holiday, so I won't need anything. So that is £300. For September, there will be 4 weeks. So that is £400. Those together total £700. So the 830 minus the £700 leaves me with £130. So that £130 I will be using for October until my student loan till my student loan starts. So moving on to October onwards, I've already written this out, so I'm not going to rewrite it out again. I'll be starting my master's degree. So I will be getting 18,430 over the 2 years as a mixture of a loan and a grant. Pardon me. But before I get into that, October onwards, my monthly income job is just over £1,000 a month. 1,000 of that, or just under 900 and something, will all go on household bills, because from October onwards, I will be taking over everything. So what's left of that, my monthly income, I'll be putting into my car bills savings so that I have enough money for insurance, tax, MOT, everything that my car needs. So that will be my monthly income job, all gone on bills and my car. My weekly income job will be staying the same. It will be to fund my sinking funds, my cash envelopes, and my savings challenges. So that just leaves food, household, cats, so my living expenses. So, as I said, I will be getting 18,430 over the 2 years, which breaks down to 9,215 per year. That will be paid in 3 instalments, so for the 3 terms, and each term I will get £3,071. These payments will be made in October, January and April. So moving on now to a breakdown of the termly payments. £750 I will be using to pay back the cost of the module. So I'm very grateful that I was able to borrow £2,500 from my grandparents. I am so grateful because that puts me in a position where I'm able to pay that back interest free. So for each of those payments, I'll be paying back £750 to my grandparents for that. 1,300 will be going on my living costs. So that is food, household and cats. And that's broken down into £70 for food. That might seem quite a lot since it will only be me. But I am gluten-free, unfortunately, not by choice. Just, I'm not celiac, so it's not the end of the world. But £20 for my cats. So that's for their food, their treats, their cat litter, anything they need. And then £10 for household products like toilet roll or kitchen roll, house cleaner, anything I might need. And there is 13 weeks per term, so that's where the 1,300 comes from. And then lastly, I will have £1,021 left over at the end of every term. So that will be automatically moved over when I get my payment to a savings account. And then at the end of the 3 terms, I should have £3,063 left over. But I will still need my living money from July, August and September next year as well, because my last payment will be in April for April, May and June. And then for my second year of my master's, the first payment won't be until October. So there will be a 3-month gap. So that £3,063 minus 1,300 for that 3-month gap between my 2 modules will leave me with £1,763 left over, which I will be carrying over for the end of my second year. So my first year starts in October 2020 until June 2023. My second year then will be from October 2023 until June 2024. And then with this money that I've saved and my breakdown again, my loan repayment for the second year will be slightly more because the module fee is more for my second year. But with that money then, I should have enough for my food, household and cats, so my living expenses till the end of 2024. which is a huge weight off my shoulders. And then when my master's finishes in June 2024, I will have some months then to decide what I'm going to do career-wise. Do I keep with my 2 jobs now and maybe implement a 3rd job in order to live? Or do I try and find a more career job where I'll be able to afford everything I need in one job? Sunshine budgets from the future here. I forgot to mention this beautiful little binder that I have. So I did get these dividers from Budget with Ira, as well as the cash envelopes inside of them. So I'm just going to explain to you how I will be using this. So every 4 or 5 weeks, I will pull my living expenses, my living money, so the £100 a week for 4 or 5 weeks. I will pull that out of the bank and I will split that then into these cash envelopes and the dividers. So every week then I can pull the money from here, put them in my cash envelopes, and then any rollover that I have I can put into my rollover envelope. So like I said, I do have a rollover envelope. So at the end of every week, if I'm not needed to buy any household items, or if I have, you know, £5 left or £10 left for cats or £20 left for my food or whatever, only notes I will be putting into this rollover. And at the end of the 4 or 5 weeks, anything that's rollover, I will take out and put back into my savings with my living expenses money. So then if there is 1 week where I am short, I can just pull a bit from there. So that's really good. I have my 3 5-week envelopes here because I do think I'm going to run at a 4 weekly basis. So then we have the food envelope. So there will be £70 in each of these at the start of the 4 weeks. And then at the beginning of the week, I could pull the relevant money out. And then household, well, there will be £10 in each of these. And again, I will unstuff when I need them. And then cats, there will be £20 in each of these as well. So yeah, so I really like this. I've had this for a while and I'm so happy that I'm able to start implementing this now. Yeah, and it's just, you know, more videos, more content that I can put out to you guys. So I'm gonna go and let you get back to the main video. So I thought I'd just share that with you. I know it was a lot of talking, but yeah, I'm happy that I've managed to sort it all out. Everything has fitted into place, and I'm just so grateful that I'm in a position with my family that, you know, my mum is willing to pay 2 months of bills for me while we sort everything out, and that I'm able to loan money from my grandparents and pay that back without interest. I'm just so grateful to them. But yeah, I'm looking forward so much to this next chapter in my life, you know. It's going to be a big change, but it's definitely a long time coming. So I hope you did enjoy this video. It was definitely a more talky one. If you did enjoy, please consider hitting that like button below. It'd really mean a lot. And if you want to leave me a comment, I would love to read that as well. If you want to leave me some tips or something for like those of you who are like independent, maybe live alone, or you know, are proper like adults and like, you know, run a house, I would really appreciate that. And I hope you all have an amazing day. If you wish to keep up to date with my budgeting journey, please consider hitting subscribe as well. It would really mean a lot. And lastly, thank you so much for watching. Bye.